Hello and welcome to week one. It is early. I have to run to work. This is going to be a quick video. The rest of them will be better. I set up a webcam as you can see, have a better headset. Video quality should be increasing. I'll work on those throughout this year. But let's kick it off. The first week in our fantasy football league. We're not going to do Dynasty today. We're just going to do redraft. Just because I don't feel like it. I don't have time. So deal with it. First game, me and Tyler. With the Bears really shit in the bed here. This game right here really proves why I just don't want defense. I just do not want them. But his Bears put up 10 points against me. Mitch Trubisky gave me 5.5. Nick Foles and Marcus Mariota, I believe, are your downfall here. I guess it really wasn't your fault with Luck kind of retiring. You went very running back heavy. Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, Leonard Fournette. That might help. It might bust you in the ass. They all have pretty good matchups except for probably Todd Gurley. But the receivers here, Tyler Lockett, Tyler Boyd. I like Lockett. I don't think I like Boyd, especially at Seattle. And Njoku, there's so many mouths to feed there. I do like Mike Williams. But I'm gonna take myself. I'm not even gonna break my team down. You guys know I love my fucking team. Running backs are solid, wide receivers are solid. Cam Newton late. Mitch Trubisky's a piece of garbage, but me, I'm taking me with the win. Joe and Jason. Aaron Rodgers only gave you 12 points, Joe. Really? Jesus fuck, dude. Well, when you get these starts like this, like what an atrocious first game too. Can we stop and talk about how terrible that was? That was that might have been the worst football game I've seen in quite some time, if not the worst. I don't know. You've seen some shitty ones, Buffalo and a few other shitty teams, but that one was pretty fucking bad. Um, Bennett, New England, I like that. Saquon Barkley, of course, I like that. Kerryon Johnson, of course, I like that. T.Y. Hilton kind of takes a you know step back here. I don't think his fantasy value is totally ruined, but obviously Andrew Luck is a much better quarterback than Jacoby Brissett. Stephon Diggs battling a hammy at Atlanta. He should go off, right? Pretends that he's hurt. Josh Gordon. Now with all the recent news there and wide receivers kind of jumping in, I think it really just hurts everybody. I don't think it helps anybody. Um, but let's not say Josh Gordon's useless. It'll be interesting to see how that wide receiver core kind of shakes out. But I like Josh Gordon. Again, we'll see how it goes. Kenyon Drake at Baltimore. That's going to be a tough matchup. Dak Prescott at New York. I like to have, and then Cowboys. I like the stack there. Christian McCaffrey, Mark Ingram. We said Aaron Rodgers. Two solid backs. Marvin Jones, Cortland Sutton. Wide receivers are a little weak. That's why, because you got Antonio Brown. Well, when he starts playing, hopefully he'll have a better one. Matt Breida, Duke Johnson, the flex, Lamar Jackson, Chargers defense. I think, man, I really do like your team, Joe, but I think Saquon Barkley, Kerryon Johnson. I'd say your only downfall here is your receivers, where he kind of trumps you. And then 12 points from Aaron Rodgers. You didn't draft Aaron Rodgers to get 12 points. So give me Jason today. It is Nick and Barry. Week 1. Nick's got Jared Goff, Zeke Elliott, Josh Jacobs, Kenny Galladay, and Dede Westbrook. So I like those 5. Again, I think your wide receivers are a little step down, but we know what you did in the draft. You took your balls and just put them on the table and said, give me Melvin Gordon and Ezekiel Elliott. At least Elliott paid off. Will Fuller, Devin Singletary, and a flex. I do like those. And then Delaney Walker, not a bad tight end. Mm. And then Patty Mahomes. Why the hell is he down there? He should be your starter quarterback. Very solid. Deshaun Watson, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon over on Barry's team. Followed up by Amari Cooper, Alshon Jeffrey, and Evan Ingram. And then Tariq Cohen and Sterling Shepard in the flex. I like the Tariq play. He only gave you 10 points. I guess he's projected to do 9.3, so that's pretty good. Forget we're half point PPR, not a full point. Kirk Cousins, really like him at Atlanta. And then Deshaun Watson, New Orleans. You gotta like that start too. Barry, your team is sick. Eagles at Washington. Washington's pretty terrible, so that's probably a good play. Lions at Arizona. You'd assume that's a pretty good play. So I think those are kind of a wash together. But Get me Barry just because of the wide receiver strength here. The Amari Cooper, Alshon Jeffrey, I think is just a little bit better than the Kenny Galladay, Danny Westbrook. Not saying it is. I do like Danny Westbrook. I would like to see him emerge a little bit more. And I'd like to see Kenny Galladay kind of, I don't know, take over a few games like Megatron. They call him Mini Megatron. Take over some games and be Megatron. Mike and Steve. Wow, what a showdown. That's funny how that works. Cousin v. cousin. On Mike's side, Jameis, Dalvin Cook, Marlon Mack, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen. Really like those five, but God, Devontae Adams didn't do shit. Again, probably the worst game I've seen in some time. David Montgomery in the flex, again, didn't do shit. And Marcus Valdez-Scantling didn't do shit. Man, your hand got forced to start that. Not the best start of the week for Mike, but, you know, he can improve, right? Joe Flacco's his second quarterback. Ugh. Saints at Houston. Ugh. God, what are you doing? On Steven's side, Tom Brady, Aaron Jones, 4.4 points on Aaron Jones. Season long, I think he's going to be safe, but man, again, worst game. Chris Carson, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Cooks, Travis Kelce, Cooper Kupp, Latavius Murray, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I forgot Steve's riding the Fitzmagic train. And then Seahawks defense, Cincinnati. I'm going to give the slight edge to Steven here. I think the teams are actually pretty even. Other than maybe, I guess your quarterbacks are probably even too. Joe Flacco, Ryan Fitzpatrick, really good secondary quarterbacks, guys. But give me Stevie with the win, just because Mike had such a bad start. Chaz against Chris. On Chaz's side, Matt Ryan, David Johnson, Damian Williams, Adam Thielen, Allen Robinson. The only one I really don't like is Damian Williams, but even then, he should produce, right? He's going to be the starting running back. Oh, I lied. I guess Shady's over there now. I don't know. Ugh. I never really liked him before. Add Shady in the mix. Probably got a low floor, maybe a high ceiling, but you would assume they'd give LaShawn the carries. Anyway, Allen Robinson had a good game, so that's a good start. Vance McDonald, the tight end, love it. Mike Evans, James White, Kyler Murray, Browns defense. Don't mind those. I think James White's the only one I'm iffy on, but a solid flex there. And then it's New England, so you know he could go off any game. Other side, Drew Brees, Derrick Henry, Philip Lindsay, DeAndre Hopkins, Juju Smith-Schuster. I really like the core he's got there. He did start wide receiver, and I don't think it ended up too bad for him. I think Philip Lindsay's kind of a long shot, but down here in his flexes, he really makes up for it. Zach Ertz, Austin Eckler, Dante Pettis, Phillip Rivers, and the Jets. Love the Austin Eckler, love the Phillip Rivers. Dante Pettis, I think, is a good flex. Zach Ertz, you took him early, and I didn't hate your team. Jets defense at Buffalo, it's a pretty good play. But Browns defense at Tennessee is a good play, too. I think this one's actually really even. This might be the game of the week right here. Projected totals. Chris is projected to beat him. And it's just week one is so hard to tell. Give me Chris's team. I think Austin Eckler can get a few touches inside the 10. I think Dante Pettis might be able to go off at Tampa Bay, a better improved offense. Phillip Rivers probably won't go too crazy because Indy's, bleh. But I think Chris's team can really do it. Derrick Henry at Cleveland should be able to bang it up in the middle. And then Philip Lindsay at Oakland should be able to at least be enough utility to get you a few points. And Tim Robinson and Bryce. Go over Tim's team. Carson Wentz, James Conner, Tevin Coleman, Odell Beckham, and Chris Godwin. Pretty good little five there. I think Coleman, I was a little iffy on going through the draft. I'm still slightly iffy on, but the path to his starting is much more clear. George Kittle, that's why you got a little bit weaker running back. Robbie Anderson, Miles Sanders, Josh Allen, Ravens defense. Ravens defense at Miami, that's probably a good one. Josh Allen. Rushing yards are good. I know they are, but I just don't like to chase them. Miles Sanders, I think we'll see, I don't know, maybe it develop from a timeshare. He'll definitely get some touches here. I don't know if it's going to warrant any fantasy points, especially with Jordan Howard over there. Well, we shall see. I think George Kittle obviously is going to be the strength of your flex areas. Robbie Anderson, probably an okay play. On the other side, Baker Mayfield, Sony Michel, Ito Smith. Bryce, look at where you're starting Ito Smith. It's your RB2. Julio Jones, Jarvis Landry, I do like those two. TJ Hawkinson, Homer. Calvin Ridley, Devin Funchess. You're starting Calvin Ridley, Ito Smith, and Julio Jones. You're hoping all Atlanta goes off. And they might this week, but that could backfire on you. Devin Funchess, I would have liked him a little bit better with Andrew Luck. I don't know how I feel about him with Jacoby Brissett. Russ Wilson, I think your quarterbacks are solid, and I think you probably played an alright defense there. But give me Tim with the win. I do think James Conner, Carson Wentz can go off. Odell Beckham, Chris Godwin, I'd like to see some more for Godwin, but I think Kittle, Odell Beckham, I think you'll get okay from Miles Sanders and some okay from Robbie Anderson. But the Ito Smith, Bryce, I think it really hurts. I think it really hurts. That's week one. Again, I will go into some more. I have a new program to edit with. This is on a computer now, so it's not a cell phone, so I can really do some fucking. But yeah, have a good week one, and best of luck to you.